Hey, there he is. There it is. Us all ready. Let's go, y'all. Listen, welcome to another episode from the battle to the glory. Yes, we are here. It is Tuesday. Listen, Lady T is in the building, y'all. She was out last week. She was sick, but she is here. She's still fighting it, but so y'all might not hear her a little bit. She don't got that fire in it today, okay? Maybe next week, but right now she's here with us, and this is a blessing to have us. And of course, we have our brother Jam C, he is here with us today, y'all. Listen, we got a good message for you today. Of course, you know we have Rodney Glover, the host of Dad Mentality. Yes, the brother from another mother. Yes. Before we get into our topic, let's talk about how our weekend was, how everything is going. Jam C, tell us how's everything, man. Tell us what's going on.
Everything's good. Myself and my counterpart, Republican Lou, he chilling. We actually got a lot of things we working on. We think about doing more traveling, taking the show on the road, which we started out doing that last year. But health wise, we just working out on diets. We do what's called intermittent fasting. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. Where for myself, I only eat 8 hours a day. Within the 8 hour window, for 16 hours a day, I fast. But I'm good. And I lost 5 pounds doing that too, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I lost quite a bit of weight. I need to get back into that. That was once you train
Yeah.
your body after a while, after you get your body trained, that weight started just falling off.
Yes. Yes. Agreed.
Yeah, for sure. So, you know.
Okay, Lady T, what about you? I know you've been sick, you've been getting it, you know what I mean, getting it, you know what I mean, tough with it, but yeah.
I had a good weekend. I am slowly coming back to myself. My energy is trying to slowly come out. But it's been good. It's been a struggle, as you get older, your body does not heal and recover like it used to in the past. So that is something I am feeling in my bones. And it's just I'm trying to go easy and go slow, not do too much because there's no need to push. So, but I'm much better and glad to be back with y'all.
All right. Yeah, man. Listen, it's been real busy for me. I'm talking about busy. Today was a real busy day. I had my brother, took him to the doctor. My boy, he called me. He said, "Yo, can you take me to get my car?" I get out of work. I think I'm going home and go take a nap. Nah, everybody calling. Wife, she's like, "Take me to the eye doctor." I'm like, "Oh my goodness." Everybody, I ain't even get a chance to sit down. It's my first time sitting down and relaxing, man. So, it was a long day, long weekend too. But, it's always, it's about servicing people, man. So that's how I look at it. I don't look at it like I'm being pulled from different places to it's just like that's what I want to do, just be a service to people as best as I can. And so that's my mindset now. So I don't really look
Oh,
at it. I don't
yeah?
complain. I don't do none of that stuff because you know what? At the end of the day, when they call me, that means I'm reliable. When they call me, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how I move now. I don't do no complaining. So
You
everything I
heard that,
feel like,
Lady T, right?
nah, I don't. I do everything based
Nah, I'm
on.
talking about so when I get locked up, service me and bail me out. That's what I'm
You
talking
keep
about. Yeah,
why
just
you
in
keep why
case,
you keep
Hey, and
why you
fix your curtain too, bro.
why
But
you keep
anyway,
huh?
your curtain.
What you
You
mean?
got you got on looking on your left side, you got your right left. Yeah, your curtain is showing something there. I don't know what that is.
That's my air
Behind your mic.
conditioner. That's my air
Oh,
conditioner.
I thought you
Yeah.
might want to cover it. My bad,
Oh,
bro. I was
listen.
trying to help you out.
Hey,
There you go.
listen.
See? Look at that. I'm trying to be helpful. My
Need
bad.
need all that air coming in.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, so that's what's up. What I mean, nothing that like last week, not last week, week before, I got crowned King Movement. You know how it is. Shout out to King Movement. Strong in the Lord. That's our chant. Strong in the Lord. Strong in the
Always gotta
Lord.
put the
You know,
commercial in.
yeah, you know how I gotta do it, man. Listen, because hey, man, that's inspiring, and it's gonna be inspiring for others, to come and be a part of it as well. So I'm gonna sell that all the time because it is a great inspiration to a black man, to a king, to his house, to his family, and just being the leader that he's called to be. Because everybody's not called to be a leader, we know that already. But how do we get to that point to be the best version of yourselves? How do we become the king that we supposed to be? When you have family, not only just family, you have other siblings that look up to you. You have men that look up to you, and so what do they have? What resources do they have? How do they look at men and say, "This is what I want to be"? And that's the great thing about King movement. And so, without further ado, let's jump right on into this conversation, man.
I didn't get to say how my weekend was and all that good stuff.
you just
skip right over me, bro.
Hey, Rodney, you just jumped right in and said, so my bad, man.
I was just telling, Jam C said that, did we know about intermittent fasting? So I spoke on to that, but
go ahead,
everything good. Yeah, everything good. I started it's actually my second week of work, and I got to get back in work shape. You know what I'm saying? That's because I've been sitting in front of a desk this whole time. Now I'm out in the field, so I gotta get back in work shape. But I'm blessed. Last night, I was trying to get some sleep, and then God woke me up to work on some stuff for the youth. And when he woke me up, I was like, come on, man, I'm trying to go back to sleep. And God said, man, what you worried about the job I gave you? So you need to get up and do what I tell you to do. So, so I said, all right. So I got on up, did what God wanted me to do, and then I finally went back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I'm feeling really blessed right now. My family's good. Everybody's good. You know what I'm saying? My son was sick with that nasty flu, but he's doing a lot better now, back in school. He was out for a week, and my beautiful wife just walked in the door. So life is great, man. It's very good.
Blessings. Oh, Lord. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, lady.
There you go. So life is good, man.
Oh, man. She's coming in and I know things is right over there, y'all.
Well, she missed me now because I ain't in the house like I used to be. You know what I'm saying? I used to work from home and all that stuff, so we was in the house all the time. But now I'm out in the field, so she missed me now. I get a different kind of treatment.
That's
what I'm saying.
Yes,
different kind of treatment.
Right now.
So now the dog be in the bed when I get here.
Oh Lord. So let's jump into this, man. We're gonna start off with Jam C, man. Listen, chance versus choice equals destination, man. And so I know I don't know if you guys probably like paid attention to it, but there's a reason why we got this topic. I got this topic for us. So let me see how you unpack this, Jam C. Talk to us. Tell us.
If I guess for me, if you're saying versus one or the other, for me, I'm pro-choice because I think your choices sometimes create your chances. If to unpack that, choices, is your own, is intentional actions. It's things that you decide to do on your own. Chances just things that just naturally by chance happens. So I'm just a pro-choice person. I mean, if that's the question you're asking me, because I believe your choices create better chances. Chances are things that happen unconsciously sometimes it could be by accident, more than likely. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just pro-choice when it comes to if you're doing choice versus chances. For me, it's choice.
Okay. Lady T, what about you?
This was difficult because I was like, chance. What really is chance? I think that is something unconscious, I'll say, right?
Exactly.
Unconscious choice. But I think that a lot of things that we think are unconscious choices are what God wants us to, figure out and be like, which choice are you going to make? It's not really a chance. I don't believe in, everything being something that was mistaken. It was exactly what it was supposed to be. God was not surprised, right? So a chance is more of like the choice that you're going to make, or it's an opportunity for a choice. It could be something that you could say, I'm going to decide what I'm going to do, yes or no, I'm going to do this or not. But the choice is what really makes your direction. All the choices that we, make in life can form our direction and the route that we take because of the choice that we make. And so that is what brings us to the destination, in my point of view. I know that chance is basically the opportunity to choose. And the choice is yours, right? And then once you make that choice, you get to a destination. I don't know how you got to this topic, Chef, but I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. But when I saw this topic, That's kind of how I figured it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
chance is it's really a choice, but it is deciding, what you're gonna do, and then the choice is up to you, and then you figure out your destination. But the choices, they shape our direction. That's what I'll say.
Rodney.
Well, I felt very similar to Lady T when I read the topic. I was like, he must just can't figure out topics no more. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the Holy Spirit is leading them anymore like he used to, because I didn't understand the verses. I was confused in the verses because to me, chance and choice don't go against each other. So I would love to figure out how you're gonna do that, because I believe that they go together. You have a chance to make a choice. You know what I'm saying? And God, there is, to me, chance is like luck. You know what I'm saying? And for me, there's no luck. God puts things in front of you that is because he's giving you, like, there's blessings, or and things like that, or chances or choices to make, right decisions or wrong decisions, and you got to know that you're having the conversation with God, so that when those choices come up, that you make the right choice, and when the chances come available, you make the right decision to take that chance or not. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that God gives you is multiple chances to do what it is, if it's something that he wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how chance is versus choices is still my thing, because you have a chance to make a choice. So that was how I felt about it, and then equals destination. To get to where you're going, you're always going to have that chance to make a choice, in my opinion. So I just believe that God knows your heart. He knows what's going to happen in those opportunities. And a lot of times, when you don't make the right choice, it's so that you can understand and clean up your heart and get to the right place, that you do make the right choices when God gives you that chance. So.
Well, I think I'll say this: they are different because one is internal and the other is external. So if you're talking about getting to your destination, I think if you're proactive, that's a choice. That'll get you there a lot faster than by chance. You get what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Yeah, but
Because you
even by
just can't
chance,
you just can't happen to get to the store unless you choose to walk to the store, you choose to drive. You just
but
can't.
that's what I'm saying. With chance, there has to be a choice.
No,
They
no, no.
can't
I
go
know that,
against each other.
but again, like I said, if you sit still and you think store, you can't get there. And I know what you're saying; it's a choice, but I think that's why. And again, I could be wrong. I don't know how he came up with the topic, because it's a little vague.
Oh,
But
that's normal.
yeah.
So let me. So
normally,
Rodney,
and then hold on before you go, Chef Dennis, and then JMC, he's going to come totally from the left field.
No, I'm
and
not.
it don't mean you don't even. There's no way we could have guessed it. You
No,
know
it's
what I'm
not about a
saying?
guessing though. It's
It's
like your
like
perception. It's your perception. So you it's two different words. They have two different meanings, and so you
They're
got
the
it
opposite.
when you break it down. Look, in choice, and I'm pro-choice because I choose to be guided by God. And so that has direction. Chance does not have a direction. It does not have a location. So you just it's no hope. It's no faith. You just like, I'm just gonna do this. So you don't decide to do it. You just do it. And it's not. It don't have a district. How can I say it? A determined description of your destination. It does not have that, because people just live and they say, you know what, I'm just doing what I want to do. They don't have no thought of repercussion. No, they just living. They just doing what they want to do. But see, when you choose, you have a path. Your path is already made for you. It's already made for Lady T.
I
It's
got you.
already It's
I got
already made for Jam C. It's already made for you, Ronnie. And so in that path that's made for you, you choosing to live for God versus, you know what? Something got to happen to me for me to decide to live for God. But I have already made a choice. No one had to say to me, you got a choice to make to live for God or just live for the devil. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like they're in two different spaces of time though, because a chance is like future. Like I have a chance to do something. So therefore I have not done it yet. But when I make a choice, I'm actively doing it. So they don't live in the same space of time, in my opinion.
Rodney, look at it this way. This way. If this makes sense. We all have, let's say you go to work. If you go to work, you choose to work, at the end of the week, you're going to get a paycheck. That's the choice. The stock market is a chance because you don't control, it's external. You don't control what happens in the stock market. That's a chance. Whereas you actually being productive is a choice. Your destination is going to be different. You understand that?
I kind of get it. I get where you're going with it.
I agree, Jamsey, because chance is like you were born into a family, right? You didn't have no choice on that. You run into the right or wrong person unexpectedly. Opportunities or disruptions, they come without warning. So that is what chance is. Things that happen that you consciously did not choose and expect. So I get
exactly.
All right. I think I'm using a different version of chance because to me, that's more luck. You know what I'm saying? But I understand what you're saying because to me, it's like I have a chance to do something, but y'all are saying chance is more of you got lucky in there.
But you're right though.
You know what I'm saying?
You're still on it. You're still on it.
Hey, Rodney, playing the lottery.
Okay. I'm just using a different version. That's all. Different version of
the lottery, right? Can cause what? It can cause you to fall to addiction. That's not you listen.
What? Sorry, I don't play the lottery, so I didn't put that together. Even what you're saying,
right? Everybody decides to say, you know what? All right, no, I'm gonna just put this $100 on this number right here. You taking a chance, right? And at the end of the day, guess what? It can lead you down a rabbit hole that you may never recover from, and that's addiction. To be just
worse analogies. I'll stick with JMC's analogy.
No, bro. Have you ever experienced people that has addiction to gambling?
No. Yes. Gambling, yes, but lottery, no.
Lottery is a gamble. It's a form of gamble. Whether you do it or not, it's not a strike to you. It's still a gamble.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, it is a gamble, but it ain't. To me, that's not gambling. Lottery is...
Hold up. Don't try to fix it up. Don't try to change it up. That's gambling, period. I don't care if you do it. I don't care. I'm not judging nobody.
Saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying to me, it's not
so
gambling.
Don't let that...
Gambling is betting on the Super Bowl. The lottery is basically throwing your money into a trash can and lighting it on fire. It's two different things.
Hey, Rodney.
That's just my description. Unfortunately, the lottery is just throwing your money away, but gambling, I at least get an A odd. I want A odd. You know what I'm saying? Like 50-50. I picked the Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? That's gambling. To me, the lottery ain't even a gamble. That's just please, just you don't like money. So that's just my opinion.
Is it gambling, Jam C? Is it gambling?
You're taking a gamble. I can't say whether it's gambling or not, but you're taking a gamble. So it's sort of the same in a sense. You're just not betting. You're betting on winning money. It's the same thing.
Yeah, there you go.
It's the same thing, but it's just I get it. I get what you're saying. I'm not disrupting what
like
you're
this.
saying.
In gambling, do you lose?
Absolutely. No, not all the time. I don't.
Not all the time, but that's the. But with everything, it's a probability.
Do you lose?
Probability.
I don't. No.
I do. That's why I don't gamble.
Me too.
There you go.
And look,
and that's why I still gamble because I win. Hey, look, bro. They casted lots. Hey, they casted lots all the time. I'm gonna move on.
They casted lots.
Hey, how did they know Jonah was the person? How did they know Jonah? They casted lots to find out that Jonah was the reason that God was there. You know what I'm saying? So leave me alone, bro. I'm gonna keep it
Because he
moving.
be winning.
Because you
Because I be winning. We
That's
gonna
right.
don't worry. I talked to God about that too. When He tell me to stop, I'll stop. Knock on everything, please.
what in the world?
He's winning. He's a
Lord
winner.
have mercy.
Hey, bro.
Choice. Hey, Jam. See?
He
Choice.
he made a conscious choice.
There you go.
As he won. That's the chance he took.
It is.
Yeah.
Your destination, not mine.
You just lucky. That's how you assigned it.
I'm still one of God's children, brother. I'm still one of God's children.
Absolutely.
Like I said, once He convicts me, then I'll move on.
Why they gotta take you? Hold on, I'm curious. Why does it have to you go through something? You know the result, and you still want to go through it,
bro? Because all right. So you want me to sit here and break this down for you to make you happy? I'll do it. All right. So the gambling that I do is I'm not at a casino. I go with a bunch of guys and we play cards. We play poker. We're playing $25 tournaments. There's no real money being lost. It's more playing the game. And we play once a month and we keep the score throughout the whole month to have a championship at the end where you can win, where you win a bracelet. And it's just a group of guys doing this thing. I'm not at the casino. I'm not what you call it. You know what I'm saying? But I do win. I got 4 bracelets, bro. So to me,
that's not gambling.
Well, then, I mean, I said, I haven't been convicted of it, so I'm good. I'm good until I am.
I play Madden. I have to put up a fee, and at the end of the fee, right, we get money. See what I'm saying?
Well, it's very similar. Yes.
No.
That's not a gamble.
It's not. No, it's
that is gamble. You put money up.
Hold on.
Look how the tides are turning.
Let me show you. It's not gambling. It's because when you playing, you put money to enter the tournament. You do not. You win money. That's the prize. Now watch this. When you play basketball, which we play basketball, you had to put money up, and the team won a prize. It's not gambling because guess what? We are competing, different teams, different players, all onto the. So we got to put up 15,000. We all put up money. If the prize is 30,000. We win 30,000 as a team. Now, as an individual, it's a contest. It is not a gamble because it's a reward for winning. I have to play 13 people to get $2,000. See, it's a competition. That's not a gamble. That's different.
It is. You are taking a value, which is money, and you are putting an outcome on that certain value. You are putting an outcome that you will win. You put value up. So that is the gamble. If you look up the definition of what gambling is.
Yeah, looking it up right now, Lady T. Thank you.
You got it, James.
And I guarantee you, hold up. And I guarantee you, listen, I guarantee you.
Okay, let me stop you. Let me say this. I got it. Gambling, the activity of playing games of chance for money.
Value.
So anything you put up monetarily that you get.
But hold on. This is not a game of chance. This is a game of skill. It's not a game of chance.
It's still a chance.
It's still a chance because
no.
You don't know the outcome.
Hey, listen, hold on.
Any game of skill is a chance. That means chess is a game of chance.
You are taking a chance that another skillful person may beat you.
Hold on. Lady, no, we're not gonna take that out of context. Hold on, listen. When I'm shooting jump shots.
What I play is a game of skill. What he plays is a game of chance.
They say, Chef, you got to make 10 shots, and all you got to do is put up $25. You can win $200. Listen, I can shoot. So if I make 10 shots, I win. The prize it's not a gamble because guess what? I gotta actually do that. I gotta shoot.
Read that.
That sounds like a slippery slope, lady.
No, listen. If you're like it's a difference. If I just told you, gambling is anything that's monetarily, that means put up or taken away. That's a gamble. So it's an ingredient of gambling. No matter how you spin it, what you're doing is an ingredient of gambling. It's one of the ingredients of gambling because there's money involved. There's money being given and there's money being returned.
Value.
Of greater value.
Yes,
so
value.
Yes,
you take your value and you're saying my value that I'm putting up is going to give me a greater value.
So it's gambling.
Well, that's work.
That's not work when you
Man,
know
hold
you're
on,
going
hold
to
on.
get paid
So
for
you
it.
listen, hold on. So you got to tell me, watch this. Playing cards, right? Playing cards in 21. Let's say we go look. Let's say we playing 21 blackjack, right? That is the luck of the cards. You don't have to do no work in that.
But you put
None
money
at
up.
all, huh?
But you put money down.
Exactly. So the difference is you actually have to do the work to win. So it's an activity. Like I said, in basketball, you can't. So when you playing basketball and they say, look, the team comes in and you got to enter the tournament. It's a tournament, right? To enter the tournament, you have to play 10 teams. You got to win all 10 teams. You
Okay,
actually have to work.
Let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
What's basketball?
Tournament. It's not gambling.
Isn't
It's a
basketball
game.
isn't basketball an activity?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So if you put up money doing an activity to win greater money, that's gambling.
Do you call the art? Do you get paid to play basketball?
That's
Yeah,
a
but you ain't
job.
put no money up for it.
LeBron
ain't have to pay the Lakers to play. He ain't
No,
have to
but
put
you-
no money down.
So if I put
Hold
money
on,
up to
man. Let
put,
me see.
somebody put something in chat on just that, and he said an opportunity for a win. He said games of chance are just that, an opportunity for a win. Somebody put that in the chat.
Like I said, man, they casted lots in the Bible. Now, whether you do it for the good or the bad, I don't know.
Listen.
Hold on. Wait a second. I got
No,
one.
no, hey, Roddy, I'm
one
with
thing
you.
to
I'm with
say.
you, Roddy. I'm with you.
Out of 10 commandments, not one of them say thou shalt not gamble. So I'm not saying, I believe that it is one of those slippery slope things. But the thing about it is that if it doesn't control you, you're not worshiping it. Like, this is the thing that me and guys do. We fellowship, we talk about life and things like that, and we play a game of skill, not chance, in my opinion, JMC, because the gambling said if you play a game of chance, this is a game of skill that we're playing. And, we're not trying to, nobody's becoming rich here. You know what I'm saying? Or it's not a thing.
Rodney,
It's just
what if you
us
have
together,
2, 3, 5 skillful people that are all taking chances in their skill to
only one can win.
Right.
Well,
only one can win.
Only one can win.
Let me hold up. Let me take
once
something
again.
back. Let me take something back. Let me take something
I
back.
casted lots to find out Jonah was
when I play Madden. No, let me take something back. When I play Madden, I play just to enter the tournament, and we do not win money. I'm sorry. We win a trophy. We don't win money. So ours is just an entry fee, because what happens is they provide food for us. So that money that we put in is for food. That's we're gonna be there for all day. So everybody that puts in their money, it's for providing for food that whole evening, because we there all day. We there from 10 a.m. to about 7 p.m. So it's food for us all day. It's about 13 to 20 of us. So there's food that is for us, drinks and food for us. So that's money that is prepared for that cost, tips and everything that we pay for the service. So yeah, I don't win no money. We win trophy. I'm sorry. But I'm I'm like Rodney though, but I'm still with Rodney though, because that's not a form.
How we went down this. Yeah, you came after me and now got flipped on you, Chef. Next time you might want to check that.
Because I'm saying it because I play Madden, and so in that planning, like I said, it's no money winnings. But when I play basketball, we put money up.
So so what's the difference between him playing blackjack at home, winning $250, than me going to Atlantic City playing blackjack, winning $25,000? What's the difference?
No, those are the same. Those are the same. But what he said,
I don't play blackjack, but I got I do a poker tournament.
What was the card game you said you played? If it was a card game,
I play poker.
Poker. Okay.
Yes.
Poker. What's the difference?
I'm not playing against a bank. I'm not playing against a casino. I'm playing against other players.
But
in
poker,
y'all
create you create a bank, don't you?
Yeah.
No. What do you mean? No.
Yeah, you have a number of money.
You get paid.
You have a number.
We okay. So we pay a specific amount, and then we get chips. But the chips have no real value. The only specific amount, we play $25 a tournament. Everybody puts in $25. And then, yes, first gets so much, this gets so much, that gets so much. You know what I'm saying? And then we play poker. But I'm not, first of all, let's get something straight. I'm not defending myself like Chef. Okay, I want to get that straight. Because once again, I already told y'all, I got a relationship with God, and if he has a problem, he'll let me know. So my thing is this, I have read up on it. I have done the research, and we can talk about it, but yes, it's one of those things that is a slippery slope that can become a idol. It can become something that you depend on more than God. I'm not using it in that way. It's the same thing as if, to me, it's the same thing as if you drink. If you have a drink, that's not a sin. Now, if you drink too much and that becomes what you depend on and all this other kind of stuff, then you're sinning. In my opinion, in the same thing of what I'm doing, it becomes a sin when I am doing it for other reasons. Like I can't pay my bills, and instead of relying on God, I'm gonna go to casino and put this money up and hope I win it. That's two different things. Then when me and my guys get together, we just play poker and we, have a good time. And that's it. And it, for me, like I said, man, if God tell me I got to stop, then he'll tell me. But right now, and I bring it up all the time, and I talk to God about it. I don't hide, you can't hide nothing anyway. But if it's something that I regularly do, I do talk to him about it. And so far, I have not been convicted that what I'm doing is a sin. And God has no problem telling me when I'm sinning. So that's just my opinion. I'm not going to tell you to judge me. We can do this on the show because I'm talking about it freely. But to be honest with you, I don't, what y'all got to say ain't going to bother me a bit.
Don't worry. Hey, Rodney, don't worry. Yeah, I'm going to correct you. Don't worry, because I'm going to correct you in love. Guess what? It is a form of gambling. I'm sorry to tell you that. But guess what? At the end of the day, you have not, and I'm being real because I want people to understand, you have not made it an idol. You have not worshipped it, but it's still a form of gambling. And that's why I had to correct myself, because when I play Madden, we put money in because that is putting money up for the food that is serviced to us while we playing. It's not, we don't win money. We win a trophy and that's it. And at the end of the day, JMC, you're absolutely right. If you put up money in basketball, you taking a chance. Whether you win, the winnings goes to the team. It's still, because guess what? At the end of the day, you still got to perform at a level where you're going to win. And so you absolutely right. That is still a form of gambling, and I don't do that. So and it's like and hold up, Rodney. I want to make this clear. This is not a strike to you. This is not to make you feel guilty.
Bro, I'm not going to feel guilty.
But I gotta say that. I gotta say that because guess what? I don't want you to ever think we having this conversation. This is why we do it. This
I'm happy with the conversation. You're the one that's defensive.
Respectfully for him, kudos, because he's proactive. You know what I'm saying? He's not living on chance. He knows exactly full well what he's doing. He's in control of his complete faculty. So he's right. Both we all right. Let's just say.
You know what I'm saying? So don't like this deal. This a real deal. Like I want people to understand that's what we
Vice, do. Honest. Unspoken sin. I don't even know what that means. Vice. Oh, he means the word, like if you have a vice.
Yeah.
Is the 8th unspoken sin?
That's what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is a vice then? Look at vice for me. I'll look it up.
Yeah. But
I'm not sure.
But the reason why, and also too, when we think about chance though, right? Like a lot of people taking chances on a lot of things in life. But when you choose the destination, when you choose your path, your purpose, it equals what destination. And I tell you, that's the eternal life. And whether you believe in eternal life, you know what I'm saying, he says an outlet. When you believe in eternal life, you believe in the Father. And it's big. You got to look at the world we live in right now. It's a lot of people have misconceptions of what it is to believe, what it is to have faith, because you have to believe into something.
Mm-hmm.
So in my definition, it says vice is immoral or wicked behavior. I don't believe that is an immoral or wicked behavior. We're not doing no.
That's subjective.
It is subjective. You're absolutely right. It is. But I mean, like I said, I believe it's one of those slippery slope things that can become a sin very easily. You
It's
know
a
what I'm
vice.
saying?
A vice can become a wicked because it over time it weakens your character or your clarity or your freedom because
But
you're doing something over and over. Your behavior is weakened. So by the vice, that's what it is. That's why it says wicked or however you said it, Rodney. Say it again.
Vices
Wicked
are
or immoral
wicked, and
behavior.
unhealthy
Yeah.
behavior,
I
habits and
mean,
behavior.
This immediate pleasure or relief, like, over and over, like you're doing that vice over and over and over. It weakens you. That's what makes it,
Hey, Rodney, you want?
Yeah, I'm good. We can talk about this
Oh,
all day.
Hold on, hey,
So,
hey,
I'm
JMC.
coming acting like I'm hurt here.
Watch this.
That's
I was
Desmond
look.
Lee, bro.
Yeah, that's Desmond. Look, you want to hear something? You gonna be in heaven gambling? You gonna be in heaven playing poker?
Are you serious? If it's available, I would.
You
Yeah.
ain't gonna be playing. Hey, yo,
But I
you ain't
doubt
gonna
it's
be playing
available.
no poker.
You know what I'm saying? I doubt it's
gonna be-
available, but that don't
you're
mean
not
we
gonna be
can't.
playing
I
no
guess we
poker
can't
in
watch
heaven.
TV either. If that's the line of
Yeah,
what's
exactly.
moral and what's not.
No, we
I
gonna
guess
be
we can't watch
all
TV.
in
We won't be
worship.
on cell phones. We
We
won't
gonna be
be.
worship. It's gonna be
Yeah.
worship every day. Worship.
I
That's
mean,
it.
I'm good, bro. I mean, I'm okay, bro. Like I said, I'm okay with discussing it. I have no, I don't. Like I said, I don't go to casinos. I don't do no what you call like that. I'm not spending my lunch money. I'm not out every day. I play once a month. You know what I'm saying? With this group of guys, the same group of guys, and but that's my thing. If people think it is what it is, then I'll keep on praying and go to Bible study and figure it out. But until I am convicted of it,
you could still live a fruitful life without judgment. Like you don't. If you went to a casino, I don't think it's harm. It's just the work you put out in life.
Here's my thing. I think that you are allowed to do things, but it's when those things take certain things
like what Lady T said.
Yeah, it takes over you and it becomes your God or your idol or your vice. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even call it a vice for me. It'd be the same thing as if Lady T likes to go to a concert or something like this. You're spending money to go to a concert. You're not even getting nothing back. I mean, it's something you just did. Like it doesn't become a problem until you make it a problem or it becomes more to you than what it really is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's no sin in having a drink. It's a sin when you drink to the point you get drunk or it becomes your God. You know what I'm saying? And that is anything. Let's not even take poker or craps or if my wife goes to the casino and presses a slot machine, does she now have to repent? I mean, nah. I mean, she pressed the slot machine. She went on about her day. Is it a sin? I mean, nah. If it's not important to her, if she walks away and never sees a slot machine ever again, you think God's going to bring that one time up? She did a slot. No, you're still a child of God. You know what I'm saying? If it's a sin, I feel that with my relationship, God has never had a problem with convicting me of anything. You know what I'm saying? And right now, he's convicting me. I told y'all last night, he woke me up at 2 a.m. And I was like, I need to go. I started this job, God. I need to get sleep. And he said, what you need to sleep for? Something that I gave you. And I said, all right, well, you got a point. And then I got up. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's why, I can have these conversations and be free with people because, like I tell you all the time, I have a relationship with them. And if it's something that is, but us as Christians, one, we get forgiven for things we do not know is sin. You know what I'm saying? And I've done the research myself. And once again, it is in the Bible that they casted lots for a good reason. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's what I'm like, yeah, okay. And they casted lots for a bad reason. But everything in the Bible has good and bad. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if I'm not using it for a bad reason, if one of my guys was there and was like, I'm low on money this week, you know what I'm saying? Can I get 100? And I give him 100. I don't ask for the money back. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't about the money for me. I'm not playing for the money. I'm playing for to hang out with my boys. To be honest with you.
Play for free.
Because there's no fun for playing for free.
Why not? Why
That's
not?
a reward.
There's got to be a reward. If
All right.
if that's the case, I would just give some cards to my wife and play with her. You know
All
what
right,
I'm
so,
saying?
hey, Rodney.
And then what?
But look, watch this. I play spades, and we do not play for money. I play for free. And guess what? I kick butt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And it is great pleasure in doing that.
Guess
And
what?
We don't play
Guess
for
what,
money.
Chef Dennis?
What's up?
When you get to my level, you don't
What
play
level?
spades for free.
Level?
You don't
What
play
level?
it for free because I'm too
You
good.
play spades?
I'm too
Jesse?
good.
Yeah, I play.
I play spades $50 a hand, bro.
I don't like to
$50 a game.
I don't like
spades.
losing
I'm not
money,
playing
so
for
I
less.
just don't even chance it. I play for free, and my monetary for me is just to be able to gloat and say I won.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, again, it's to each his own, but I don't like losing money, which is why I never gambled. I never partook in any of those things.
I don't lose. That's why I don't play spades no more. Because
He's a
nobody's
winner,
going to play me
y'all.
for $50 a game because I don't lose.
You don't lose what?
I don't
You
lose.
don't lose.
nothing,
He
bro.
been
I don't
telling you
lose.
that
I,
the
I
whole
got,
time.
We coming
I got
down.
partners right now, bro.
we gonna
I got
kick your
partners
butt
right now.
instead.
Yeah. $50 a game. No problem.
We ain't playing
Got
for
it.
no
Put
money.
it on the
We playing
table.
for
Put it
pride.
on the table, bro.
Pride.
And I got my own partner that I can call right now, be in my house in 5 minutes.
Pride. That's what
5 minutes.
You heard me?
I got my own partners. I don't need no pride, bro. My wife will tell you I don't play spades. I don't play spades with. I'm a very competitive person in nature. So for me to play something, I have to have. There has to be a reason. Like I barely play. Like I told my kids, I gave my son allowance and then taught him how to play Tunk, so I can take my allowance back. You know what I'm saying? Like. And then I taught him a good reason. Stop gambling. And guess what? He don't gamble. He don't play with his allowance no more. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is, bro. I mean, that's unfortunately, and I mean, maybe it was one of those things, but that's how my household was, bro. My household was that my mom gave me my allowance and then wanted it back right then. Didn't even let me leave it. And then I had to go to school to get it back again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very good and competitive in cards, games, any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You thought you was good in Madden. I won tournaments too, bro. I retired from Madden.
Yeah, stay in your lane, okay? Stay.
I retired from Madden, bro. I got trophies too. Don't worry about it.
Stay in your lane. What he said. He said Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah. Chef got booted from many a tables, many a times. See, there you go, Desmond, telling the truth.
We talking about he talking about because my team lost. That's what he talking about.
Nah, man. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know how we got on this gambling, but I'm gonna go ahead.
I mean, it was part of the conversation.
That's all good, bro.
Yeah, but what I was going to say.
because I told you I played poker, so you brought this up.
No, I didn't. You did. Sorry about that, buddy. But look, at the end of the day, we look at the world seriously. You know, a lot of people out here just living, and that they don't require to really make a decision on what they want to do with their lives. You know what I'm saying? Look, we talk about marriage, relationships. You got to actually put time in relationships to build those, you know, fruitful relationships. If you don't, how you expect a relationship to grow if you don't put the time and the work in? And so that's what it is about. It's about, you know, choosing the right thing, choosing to live holy and righteous, if not even that, moral correct. How do we do that? How do we even begin to understand what that really looks like? We don't have something to look towards or look at to resemble. How do we do that? I'm asking you, how do we do that? How do we tell somebody how it's supposed to look, or in our walk, in our character? Come on.
I'll let Lady T go first.
I mean,
I know what I got.
Like this. Look, hey Rodney.
I feel like I've been talking for a while, but go ahead.
But at the end of the day, we are old, we are grown, we're older. It's not about us really. It's about us being an example for the young generation. How do we do that? You have to be an example, whether it's going to be a good steward, whether it's going to be
the best example I can tell you is that I'm a sinner and I work on it every day.
But
that's to me. Hold on now. Let me finish. You said your question. Let me finish before you try to cut me off, because you try to act like somebody can be perfect. You always sit there and try to be like, oh, you know, you gotta be no, unfortunately, we can never be perfect. Yes, we want to strive. The closer you get to God, you work on it. You build these things. But the thing about it, to be truthful, if I'm going to be truthful with anybody, I'm going to tell them that I am a sinner. I'm going to tell them that I struggle every day to get closer to God, to do the right thing, to what you call it. I'm never going to sit there and be like I'm perfect. So I don't understand when we as Christians they get this, sometimes they get this thing where you got to be perfect. Guess what? You're lying to yourself. You will not be perfect. But the thing is, if God knows your heart, you know what I'm saying? If you're working on it every day, then God will convict you. He'll change the things that he need to be changed. You'll change the things that you need to be changed, and you work on it every day, every moment of the day. Every time something comes up to me that I don't understand, or what you call it, I have to pray. I have to talk to God. I have to work on it. But sometimes I got to make a split decision. And I pray that I'm close enough to God that I'm already in tuned enough that I make the right decision when I get the opportunity to make it. But guess what? If I make a mistake, I'm not kicking myself down the steps and being like, I failed you, Lord. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm going to repent. I'm going to talk to God. I'm going to tell him all these things. But it's like, Chef, you try to pound this, get perfect, be everything, be the perfect example. I'll never be it. So that's my opinion. Thank you,
But
ladies.
now, Jay, you want to say something, Jay? Because see, that's what, look, Rodney, and I'm gonna let Jay, because I know you want to say something, Jay. Look, Rodney, you talking about I'm doing pounding up, but what you just said, you have to speak life over people. And so what you just said, you said I'm never going to be perfect. No, you speak life into people. You have to say, I'm going to strive to be perfect. I'm going to do that. So you have to speak life over people. And so you have to be encouraging and not say, I will never. So you have to say, I will strive to be perfect. And you have to say to people, strive to be that way. Because
that's
guess
not
what?
for me. That's what
But
relationship
what everybody
with God
that wants to
does.
see someone do better. Because guess what? If you go to the gym and you only give 15 minutes of the gym, you only doing partial of the work. If you really want to get real gritty and real get down, you got to do the work. You have to work at it constantly. So if you want to build your muscles, like me, I'm gonna speak for me right now. My thing is this, because guess what? My inner being wants to be stronger. You know what that means? That I got to change my eating habits. I'm overweight. I'm a short dude that's overweight, and I strive to do that. It hurts me that I got to stop eating the things that I eat, because guess what? My body takes a toll on it. So guess what? I'm beginning to change my eating habits, and that's important because your brain is affected by the things that you eat. And so guess what? I'm starting with me, and I'm telling people your eating habits changes the way you think, changes the way you move. And so, guess what? It encourages someone not to eat all that garbage, because guess what? Eventually, it'll catch up with you. And so, in saying that, guess what? You have to tell people, listen, I'm not perfect, yes, but I strive to be. When I'm do like today, I'll give you a prime example. Guess what? I had a rough day today, right? And I took it out on my brother, and we went into a debate or argument. And guess what? He was saying something right, I was saying something right. But guess what? I turned it into something that I shouldn't. And guess what? I had to apologize to him. And so my point to you is this: is that this is an example, not to boast and brag, but to show that guess what? I had to be humble enough to say, yo, my bad. I had a bad day. My bad. I apologize. And that's what I'm saying. Living an example. Because what? Some people keep that mentality inside themselves and don't say that. Don't apologize. Don't show the world that, you know what? I'm humble enough to apologize to say that I was wrong. People don't do that. But how do they see that? You have to be an example. You understand me? You have to be an example. And being an example is being a beacon of light. Guess what? There's a lot of people in the darkness.
Being an example and telling somebody what to do are two different things.
Go ahead, Jamsey.
I agree with both of you guys. You're saying the same things in a different way. I think Rodney, he could correct me if I'm wrong. I think he was more talking about self accountability, like he's speaking for himself, and you're speaking of how you generate it out. I think it starts with self. And I think if you could choose to live right by self, then you can be an example. So when you express that, you can tell somebody, I'm not perfect. You could tell somebody I make mistakes too, you know, and you can tell somebody our God is a forgiving God. So as long as you're doing right for self and you're doing right to people around you, your energy projects out to the people you meet. So your changes are because of the result of your choices. So there's no more chances. That I guess it graders your chance to be more successful, if that makes sense. So like if I choose to do right by self, then that energy I have within is gonna come without. So that means anybody that I come across in life is gonna absorb that positive energy. So my choices, because of my choices, makes my chances greater. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
And I want to add to it because that is the greatest commandments. We are here to love God with all our heart, mind, and soul. And that means to know in alignment with your heart, with your own desire, with your soul, with your mind. This is your internal. So you have to have an internal love for God. And then it shows out to other people. And that is how you love your neighbor, because that's the other commandment that we are supposed to do. So that is very important. If you want to show somebody, you have to tell them, you have to love God with all your heart, mind, and soul. And loving God with all your heart, mind, and soul means that they have to love themselves, because God is within. The kingdom of heaven is within. And once you do that, you start showing the real love of God to everybody. So I agree with you, JMC.
For me, I believe that it's just that I'm just that type of person. So therefore, I can only witness to somebody the way that I need to be witnessed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people can take somebody's opinion and really absorb it. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, your opinion to me is only your opinion. Like, I understand what you're saying and I get it, but that don't mean I'm going to do it just because you said it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, but that's how I've been my entire life. You know what I'm saying? So for me, when I talk to somebody, it's about setting the example. It's about being the example. And then it's also about loving that person no matter what. Like, I'm not going to judge you. In my household, that was one of the greatest things. Like, we didn't judge you. If you made a mistake, then guess what? You just made a mistake. As long as you're ready to repent it. If we're talking about your mistake, that's step number one. So that means you already acknowledge it. You're there. You know what I'm saying? And you're willing to do what it is that you're going to do. You know, what I don't do is, I told you, I gamble. I go to the, I ain't hiding the joint, nothing like this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, it's a Madden tournament. You know what I'm saying? To change it, it is what it is. Now, I have to talk to God about it. That's what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I told y'all I was going to do. I already told y'all that I've already researched it. I've already had the conversation with God. So I'm very comfortable that right now it may not be the right thing for you, or you may not understand it, and I'm okay with that. Just like you may be doing something that I may not understand either. But guess what? I'm going to pray for you, and I hope you do the same for me. I'm going to but I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to sit there and be like, you're sinning. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not going to do that. No matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pray that you change, that God talks to you and changes whatever it is if I don't believe it's in alignment with God. But I know ultimately what I believe does not matter, because God is the one that's going to judge you. I'm not going to be there. If one thing my pastor says all the time, if God starts showing all our sins on the television, everybody's leaving. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, even the pastor. He'd be like, y'all gonna have to catch me out of here, because you know we all are sinners. So therefore, how can I judge somebody else? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna love you no matter what. If I find out that Jam C over here is a raging, I don't even want to say alcoholic, because I was that. So I'm gonna say, but let's say, I don't know, let's say he walks around and slaps people all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, you shouldn't be doing that. And then I'm gonna be like, hey, that is not God. You're supposed to love people, this, that, and the other. But yeah, am I going to be in arm's reach of him at any time? No. But I'm still going to love him and talk to him and be like, hey, come on, bro, we can do better than that. let's help somebody opposed to slapping people this week. You know what I'm saying? Let's work on something. But I'm not going to sit there and be like, hey, you know, Jam C slap people all day. I'm not hanging with that brother. That man going to hell. You know what I'm saying? like, because then there's other people like Lady T. I'm sure she slapped people for a reason. Like they may need to be slapped that day. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you can't. You don't know. You don't know what God. You know, God slapped some people too. You know what I'm saying? He threw some tables. Some people might need to get slapped. I don't know if that's his calling. Maybe his calling is to go around slapping people. I have no idea. That's not for me to judge. So therefore, that's just I just know I won't be in arm's reach. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say. So we good. Yeah, I hope my analogy worked. I don't know.
I guess. Jam.
Yes,
man,
sir.
Look, man. So look, because I know you say you got to get out of here, but man, what's going on with you guys, man, over there, man? Tell me, like, what y'all got coming up new, man?
Right now, we just got a few shows. I just did we have a show that's being released by law enforcement, police reform, and we have a retired police officer. I think it's very informative. I really suggest, I really demand people to check it out, especially with what's going on in today's climate with law enforcement and the black man. And I think it'll help give some insight from both sides, so you get to see what from the mind of an officer, you know, as opposed to the mind from us who are all, you know, usually some of us are taxpayers and we get abused by the very service that we need. So I think it's a very enlightenment. So we have those shows coming up. Again, like I said, we can really take our show on the road and start moving around. I'm actually on my way to Houston, Texas after I get off this chat. And
I'll be out
there. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be doing some things down there.
Man, I'm definitely gonna check it out because that right there, like I don't know about you, my experience is totally different. You know, when it's dealing with law enforcement. So I do like I got a different perspective on that. You know what I mean? Even you know, looking out in the world and has seen some traumatic things happen. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I think it's, to me as a black man, I think it's the response of everything. Because my dad used to say to me, for every action has a reaction. And so there is not that some of the things that have happened in the black community was wrong, but it's the reaction. So it's like I said, for every action, there's a reaction. Based on your response, you're going to get that response. Look, we talk about energy. Based on that energy that you give, it's going to receive a different response. You're going to respond differently. Because when you think about when I was hanging out in the streets, you know, you look at people walking down the block, you knew who you could pick with versus who you didn't. There was a chance that if you picked the wrong person, you might get shot. You might get stabbed. You know what I'm saying? And so you had to really analyze the situation. So when you look at certain circumstance, you have to analyze it. And me, you know, I was in a situation like that before, you know what I'm saying, in Cranford, New Jersey, where I got pulled over with my and I'm gonna let you go with my cousin. He had some warrants, but we don't do none of that stuff. We ain't into the streets like that. But he had some warrants. License was suspended. Registration was all. I didn't know this. He had a airsoft gun. It looks like if you know what an airsoft gun looks like, it looked like a real gun. And so he said, all right, get out the car. And he asked him, did he have any weapons? I looked. He's like, no. He said, do you mind if we check the car? He said, yeah. I said, yo, no, man. Tell him you got that in the car because the response would be different. So he pulls you out the car. Now, what happened to me was all right. So he said, all right, do you have any sharp objects in your hand? So I was like, no. So he's like, do you mind if I check you? I said, yeah, go ahead. Right. But now, mind you, I put my hands on the car. He checked me. So I didn't see his partner that came up behind me. And so when he stepped back, he said, all right, you good? So I stepped back. And he hit me. Look, now watch this. This is a real story. No exaggeration. So he hit me in the back with his forearm. Now, mind you, if I were now he had them gloves on. I already know what that type it is. So look, he hit me in the back of my back like this. Boom. And because I stepped on his foot. And so look, if I reacted a certain way, it would call the response. Because guess what? He came with that mindset. And so and I didn't respond like this. I did like this. Dang. And so he's like, go ahead and get in the car. Now, mind you, like I said, some of the circumstances that has happened in our community was wrong, but some of the responses was crazy too. So you
Yeah.
gotta look at both. Go ahead. What you want to
Yes.
say? You gotta look at
No,
both.
I agree with you.
You know what
No,
I'm saying?
I was just gonna say real quick that, you know, when it comes to law enforcement, what I tell people, I told my kids, is that it is good and bad, just like everything else in life. You know what I'm saying? I've known excellent police officers, and I've known ones that were not excellent. You know what I'm saying? In my job, I've worked with law enforcement all the time, and I saw both aspects. But the biggest thing I tell people is that, one, police officers are people, and two, that anytime anytime an incident has happened, there is one person out of control. If you have two people in control, everything goes smooth. But as you have to realize is that once you've realized that that cop is not in control, it is your job to be in control, no matter what that police officer does. This is what I tell my kids. You know what I'm saying? And you will realize it very quickly whether or not that person is in control. You know what I'm saying? And by control, I mean not in control of the situation, but in control of themselves. Just like that officer elbowing you in the back, opposed to being like, oh, stepping back and be like, oh, just de-escalating the situation. That was an honest mistake. But sometimes if that officer, in my opinion, is not in control because he's trying to entice something. He's trying to make something happen. And that's not, that, in my opinion, that is not a person who's in control of themselves. Because the person who's in control of themselves. So that's what I always say. And I always tell my kids that, and I'm talking about not just my children, all my kids I work with, that when you're dealing with a cop, as soon as you realize that that cop is not in control, then that's when you have to make sure that you stay absolutely in control and understand that they're not in control. So they're going to do not in control things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to know that. But because the time you die is when both of y'all are not in control. That's when you die.
And that's what makes it interesting, because when we talk about reaction and reaction, with police, it's the opposite. So they act based on how we react.
Yeah.
So in some cases, and that's in some cases, not every case, because to Rodney's point, sometimes if you're not in control of yourself, you're an asshole. But when you watch the show, you're gonna hear how they're switching things as far as police levels. How now the police department is now being, I don't like to use the term force, but now they get ready to have they're starting to have civilians oversee how police is being policed. So rather, where you had the chief of police one giving orders, the police chief now has to deal with a civilian, somebody who's non-police, who they have to work close, and they can't make decisions without that non-police giving them directives.
Yeah.
So it'll come from people who actually understand what's going on.
Last thing, we did a session with the Sonya Massey. You remember that?
Yes.
Hey, what happened there was totally wrong. Regardless of what was said, that was unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Roddy. I don't think Roddy was on that session we did. We did the Sonya Massey where the cop killed her. Talking about she had hot water and threw it on him.
Yeah.
No.
I
seen the whole. We seen the whole video. Everybody in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he took her life. So that's what I'm saying. And the last thing I want to ask you, JMC. Now watch this, because I have had family members in law enforcement as well, right? So this is my thing. If you in the force, right, and you know there are some people in your force that's corrupt, what does that make you? Can't say nothing. They got a brotherhood.
No, I say corrupt. What do you mean?
Like I said,
I say it.
When that's all, we address all of those things, and that's what I said. That gets back to the point I was saying. This is why I think city to city, because it's not a state to state thing yet. But cities around the country are starting to change that because of that reason, because so many deaths, so many wrongful deaths. I know they started it in the Irvington Police Department, and I think they're now transitioning that to Newark, and I know they took it as far as Chicago. So a lot of these cities are changing, and again, like I said, you watch the show, you'll get the information because they're starting to change that because of that reasoning, because it's too much of that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, please let me know when that show come out. But I want to watch it for sure.
Do you got his information right?
I tried it. I'm pretty sure I followed him from last time. But I tried to get a police officer on my show, but they wouldn't do it because they say because they were active and they was like it makes me seem like I'm talking for the whole department. That was the reason I got.
Well, this young man, I'll get him for you and make sure he's on your show too. He'll do it.
All right, sweet.
He'll definitely do it.
Love it.
He'll definitely do it. And he'll give you his credentials. He'll definitely do it. Because he was a former police officer, so he'll definitely do it.
Yeah. All right, so Jay, you out of here?
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Appreciate you.
You guys travels. All right, let me get my tag. You can follow me.
No doubt. Definitely.
Go on Vocal on Instagram. Go on Vocal on IG. Go on Vocal on what X? I hate X. Go on Vocal on Thread. Go on Vocal on Fanbase. And then for Self Jam C, and go on Vocal on Instagram.
Make sure y'all check him out because he got some good contact over there as well, too, guys. Jay, make sure you send me the.
I'll send you guys information. Absolutely,
yeah, absolutely. You sent me something already. I was checking that out. I'm still looking at. I'll be looking at work. But yeah,
all right, I got you.
Me. All right, man. Safe travels. All right.
All right, yes, sir. Much love to you guys.
Yes, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Peace.
Take care.
Oh man. So, hey, Rod.
Yes, sir.
Let me see right there. There you go. The
good, JC.
Huh?
I was saying, what's up to JC's Jerome? Yeah, he works with a lot. He works with a lot of officers and stuff like that, and what he does, trying to, he's usually in between the protest and the officers, being the middleman.
Yeah, I'll be checking out.
Yeah, when's he gonna be on the show?
Huh?
I think get him on, man.
No, he been busy. I text him already. He been busy. He said he'll let me know. It's always the calendar's always waiting for him.
All right, you heard that,
JC. Yeah, JC, you got my information. You know how to hit me up. I'll be checking you out. I know you be seeing me. Yeah, you be seeing me. But yeah, Lady T, man, we miss you. And listen.
Yes, and it's the first time I'm talking to both of y'all, so now I get to hear about everything. So
yeah,
it was disappointing.
Hey, look, Roddy, tell him about last week. That dude that came on the stage, man, trying to interrupt.
Oh yeah, we needed you on that. Yeah,
I know you would have been like this. She would have put on that cake.
What happened?
Some dude was in the comments hating. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hating on what?
Hating on me and Chef. He was out there. He called us YouTube pastors and Chef said something, and then he was like, it sounded like you trying to say you would cast demons out or something. And then when he asked the question, Chef tried to answer, and then he said that Chef wasn't even answering the question before he could finish answering. It was just a bunch of stuff. But I invited him to come back and watch us again. And I was like, yo, it's crazy that you would come and watch the show for the first time, because I know you've never watched this before, because you wouldn't be saying these things. You know what I'm saying? And, but I pray for that man. I hope I hope whatever's going on with him works out. And if he's watching today, my church is going to New Mexico next month. So, if you want to know, I'll get you in touch. I'll get you in contact with my church to meet with them. And they got plenty of great things for you.
You going, Ronnie?
No, I couldn't go, bro. I just got my job. I can't go on that mission trip, but I'm going to go. Yeah, my son went, so what they do is they go to an Indian, it's reservation. And it's one that they're very, poor. They don't have a lot of things going on. And they actually have helped rebuild the rec center and stuff like that, so they can go. And there's a family there that opened it up to all the people on the reservation. And a lot of people come there for supplies, water, food, things like that, because there's nothing on that. A lot of the people there don't even have electricity. So, it's just one of those situations, and that's in New Mexico. This is United States, bro. This ain't even like it. It ain't even like they in a foreign country. This is our country, and they're not being helped. They don't get taken care of, this, that, and the other. So they do a lot there in my church, and we go there. I think we go there twice a year. And my son has went, and they went while they're there for that week. They do like outreach ministry for the kids and for to help out the adults and teach them. And my pastor is a carpenter by trade, so he goes to they built a new roof on the place and did all kinds of stuff. Whenever they go down there, the guys usually work and the women do other things with the guys usually go out and do the help people that don't have electricity, water, whatever they need. They go and fix it. So it's a great thing. My son, when he was there, he worked with the youth, and they played games and taught them things and stuff like that. So it was cool. I love it.
Lady T, Ronnie did his first sermon last week too.
I did. I didn't do my first sermon. I did my first. I did my first lead for the youth at my church, and I also did the Bible study. The Bible study, I was nervous as a mug too.
He was
terrified on that joint.
He got through though. He got through it.
Yeah. Once I realized that they was raising their hand, I didn't know they was raising their hand because it's virtual. I didn't know they was raising their hand, so I was just going. And then once they showed me they was raising their hand, I was like, oh, there it is. Okay, then go ahead. Because I was in that joint. I felt like I was on stage, but nobody was talking back. It was just me by myself. I was stuck, So and of course Chef Dennis, he was watching.
Yeah.
My father-in-law didn't even say good job.
Don't worry
I love my father-in-law,
but
man. How I am. I said something.
Yeah, I said I had to. Hey, Lady T, I had to let him know. Yo, leave him alone. He said, yeah. He said it on the stage. He's like, yeah, he ain't say good job. I said,
yeah, that's a bull.
I said, leave him alone, man. Yeah, listen, you did a good job, bro. I tell him for you. Yeah, he was. I said, yo, man, this is Bible study, bro.
Okay.
Yo, he told him. I said,
give me my kudos.
Yeah.
I know I worked hard. He knew me when I was a sinner. So you know what I'm saying? He better say thank you. He a pastor. He knew me when I was a sinner. I'm trying, a real sinner, like sinning every day type sinner.
But
now I'm like every other day.
It was good though. He did a good job. So he working out the kinks. You know what I'm saying? He just got to do it consistently.
Well, yeah, the guy might be right. Y'all gonna be two pastors, so
I'm good.
Rodney, you in that direction. We already know.
I don't want the title though. I'm good.
You never know. You don't want it, but you never know.
No, Rodney, what right now, you want that young generation. You gonna have that's what they prepping you up for over there at the men's Bible study. That's what you're getting prepped up for. Whether you say no, but at the end of the day, it really is you going to be a spokesman for the young generation at your church and going forward, because that's your desire. And see, that's part of your purpose. Walking in your purpose, you have a desire. God has put that in your heart, and so that's what you're going to do. You right now, he's prepping you up, whether you want it or not.
I'm putting together a Bible trivia team.
Yeah, see?
With the youth. Yeah, and I already got another church we're gonna challenge, and then I'm working on some things, bro.
And look, and you know what the great thing about it, Lady T? His son is right there engaged, like, yeah, Dad, come on. And so that's just gonna be more inspiring, and there's more fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great thing. You know what I mean? He tell me, and I'm like, yo, that's great.
Thank you, Dr. T. See, Dr. T said, "Let's go, Rodney." I like Dr. T. Dr. T be on.
See, that's his love language, Lady T. He
I know he likes the affirmations.
Yeah. Hey, I need it. Yeah. I used to be like
Rodney,
that.
Don't do that. It's good. That's what it is.
That's it. Word up.
That ain't my love language. My love language is physical touch, bro. I can tell you that now. I know my love language.
Hey, T, I told you when I got down there, and I told you I gave him a big hug. He was like this. I gave him a hug. He's like this.
He's stuck still.
I stole a hug.
I gave the man a hug, man. I just knew he,
Hey, Rodney was looking like this. Everybody's looking like this. And I said, no. I ain't say this, but in my mind, I was like this. No, we are brothers, okay? We ain't lovers, okay? Because they was just looking like, because I just walked up to him. I was like, yo, what's up, brother?
Weird.
Yeah, I didn't feel that at all. So
lies, you tell.
I didn't feel that at all. You know what I'm saying? I was not worried about them thinking that we were lovers.
I didn't. I keep.
So,
I didn't want him to leave though. I was happy. We had so much.
We did have a great conversation. Yeah, we had a great conversation.
And Roddy, I don't know if you was paying attention. It was a lot of ears listening too.
When
we was at the table, but
once again, I
know
you. None of that.
But it's good though because guess what? They were really listening to us. We had good conversation. It was real good. It was real good.
You want to make sure everybody listens.
Yeah, he does like that.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Because it's not about for everybody.
Guess what? No, it is. So
not all the time.
It's
strong in the Lord. He running off the joint.
Yeah, sowing the seed. That's all. Dropping some jewels in their ears. That's it.
Hey, Lady T, he ain't tell you how his voice was cracking though when he was in at the Kings movie.
Oh,
yeah, he
was in the videos, couldn't hear the audio though.
I was like, yo, he good? Like,
I was nervous. Hey T, I do the podcast every week. I get on the stage and I'm reciting my scripture and I stumbled. I said, oh man, come on, man. I said, hold up, man. 3 and 7 Corinthians. I was like, oh my goodness. I wasn't the only one, though. I wasn't the only one. Like, we all got nervous. I was like,
yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of people got nervous, but yeah.
We practiced the whole night, man. I told you I got down there
Lady
Thursday.
T, when that voice cracked, I said, uh-oh. But he made it through. I was proud of him. I was proud to be there, but I couldn't wait to get out of there. They better be glad they better be glad they waited to the end to do that, because I surely would have been gone.
Why you say that? Was it long?
Yes. Hey T, we had to stand on the stage almost like 45 minutes.
And they messed up because they almost didn't crown y'all. Yeah, but Lady T, between me and you, it was very fraternity-ish.
Okay, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? When they got up there, my wife called it a mega side Jesus. Look at them with the mega side Jesus. They get up there, they had their little chants and stuff, like, something. I don't even know. That before that, it was like they had to say some kind of decree or something like that. I was like, oh, here we go. Manifesto. That's what they call it.
Manifesto.
Yeah. They had to do their manifesto. I was like, oh, nah, I'm good.
But if you listen to it, it was all glory, giving God glory, all of that. And that's what
I didn't say it wasn't.
I know. That's all it was. Hey, yeah, because he always say that. He said it.
Very fraternity. They over there, strong in the Lord.
Hey, look, he said, is there a king in the house? No, there are kings in the house. Yeah, he's what I'm talking about, baby.
I said if they start stepping, Vicky, we leaving. I said they start stepping, we gotta go. I can't take.
But man, listen. I pray that Rodney come with me next year.
I was waiting, big brother.
Next year.
Yeah, this every year, T. This ain't no just.
Well, I don't understand why it's every year. You
don't get crowned every year.
I don't get crowned every year. I'm a member now.
Every year.
Yeah. So it's a summit.
Yeah. So next time they brand them.
No. Let's stop saying this foolishness. But it's gonna be in the Big Apple next year.
Okay. In your hometown.
I'm gonna try to drag my brother Rodney up here.
Not for $130 a ticket.
If I gotta pay for your ticket,
well, if it's in the Big Apple, that means it's gonna be triple. It's gonna be
it's the same price. It don't change. It don't change.
Okay.
Yeah.
But make sure they keep them coffers up.
Nah, but you got, like I said, they provide food, they provide lunch, and depending on what they do, it could be dinner, it could be a banquet. That's what people look at that. That's got to get paid.
Sound like gambling to me.
Nah.
I'm just joking.
I know.
I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm sorry, Chef. Then I
But
know
no,
you.
man, listen, man.
I know
don't
you
worry.
got. Your passion is in. Now you can
You
say
know-
you're a king. And
Nah, you know what my passion is? Like we talking, like my passion is to see people come to Christ. That's it. That's it. I look, and not only come, but live relationship and just be obedient to that. If they do, they don't. I mean, that's it. I listen. I was just looking at a video, and it was so
Mhm.
prophetic. And I keep saying this because it was so juicy for me. It's like you take. I told Lady T this. You could take water and oil and pour it in a cup. The oil and the water do not mix. You understand me? But the oil will come to the top because it shows you that it doesn't mix. And so that's what happens. Once you become a follower, a believer of Christ, there are certain atmospheres, there are certain people you're not going to mix with. So you want to be around other people that's going to pour into your life, add value to your life, and encourage you constantly. And which a lot of people don't like, and correct you when you're wrong. Correct you in correction in love, saying, yo, you can't, come on. I want you to do, you got great things over your life. You can't be doing that. You can't be cheating on your wife.
But the only problem with that is you were sent here to save the water. If you the oil rising to the top, you're still sent there to save the water.
No, so the oil represents Christ. There's an oil on your life. See,
that ain't what you said. That ain't the analogy you just used. That ain't the analogy you just used. You said there's certain people.
Don't mix.
You said exactly. You said there's certain people that you are not going to mix with.
Yeah,
those people are the people you need to save.
No,
so don't act like those people are you're not supposed to do nothing with those people.
We're not talking about saving,
because you can't save the oil. The oil is the oil.
You trying to change the analogy? That's not.
I don't feel like I am.
Yeah, that's not what we talking about.
Lady T.
It signifies that means that you can't mix the two. You see what I'm saying? You can't mix the two. They do not combine. And so there are certain people in this walk, in this journey, that will not combine with you, will not come with you. They will not. They want to live their life, do what they want. They refuse, they reject.
But isn't that the person you need to be trying to save?
You can't, some people can't be saved. They can't.
Okay.
You know that, right?
I get that, but that is not what I'm saying.
So there are some people you cannot save. There are some people you can. And so you have a specific detailed job on saving certain people. All you got to do is sow the seed, and that's it. God does the increase.
All right, I'm going to leave you alone.
Okay, that's
Dr.
good.
T said leave you alone.
No, she said there are people that are not called to. There you go. So that you're not called to everybody. Come on, man. Don't mess with me, man. Don't mess with me today, man.
I don't know if that's what she meant, but we're going to.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, Lady T, I miss you, Lady T. You know that? Last week I said I missed you. Yeah, man, you left me. Don't leave me with him again.
Lord Jesus, help me.
Don't leave me with him again, lady.
Hey, all right, man.
All I do right now with y'all two now, I just listen to both of you. I just, two old biddies.
Listen, hey, Lady, Rod, two old biddies.
Yep.
Roddy on his posture gonna change. He changing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Big
Rodney
word.
is definitely totally different. Rodney is
and look, I can't wait.
I don't understand how y'all put me as different. I don't feel like I'm
definitely
different.
are different.
Man, go ahead with yourself, Steve. You see,
I don't even know how you can even say that.
What you say, Lady T?
I don't understand, Lady T. I'm still old. Same old me.
Yeah, no, you're not. Yeah. You was not
same old me, bro.
If I can show you the old you versus the new you, I'll show you. I got videos. I can show you. I can send them to you.
What I mean?
You quote the Bible a lot. You talk about the Bible.
That's because I read. I've been reading a lot.
You wasn't doing that before.
That's what made you change.
You wasn't doing that before.
Yeah, because I wasn't as secure as I am now. Because back before in the beginning, I would have to research more things. But I'm reading. I probably done read. Oh man, I probably done been through I don't know, 25 books of the Bible that I've read so far.
Okay.
So, I'm getting there, and and I do, I'm doing Bible study now. I wasn't doing that before. So yeah, I got things, and I'm doing Tough Talk and all this other kind and the youth group. So I got to do research for that, So it's only because I'm just, it's because, but Chef Dennis is right. Once you get to that point, I agreed with him. I just don't agree in how he does it. Because when he says it, it's like he's standing over you, talking down to you.
No, what you got to do.
And what I'm trying to say is, once you all right. Once you get that relationship with God, it pushes you to build a stronger relationship, and that's through learning His Word. That's through hanging out with like-minded people. That's through doing all these and going to church and being active. You know what I'm saying? That's through all these things. So yes, when you get that relationship with God, yes, you get compelled to do those things. But those things do not make your relationship with God. That's the thing I always argue with you about, because you seem to think that if you don't do these things, you can't have a relationship with God. That's not true. Once you have a relationship with God, then you get compelled to do these things. It's not, in order for me to have a relationship with God, I gotta do this. It's not that. And so that Rodney, is, wait a second, let me finish, because see, you cut me off.
Relax.
Let me finish.
So
I got it. Well, let me finish. I would like to, I had a good point and you're making me lose it.
Go ahead.
So now I lost it. But because God meets you where you are, you don't have to pass a certain cycle of things for God to come and meet you. He'll meet you no matter where you are, no matter what you call it. You just have to have the desire to have a relationship with Him. That's the only criteria you need, is to have a desire to have a relationship with God, and everything else will come after that. But it's not like, I got to go to church this many times. I got to get baptized. I got to go to Bible study. Because you can do all those things and still not have a relationship with God. You remember last Bible study, he talks about, I never take advantage of the fact that I knew a guy who was in the choir for 3 years. Went to church every week for 3 years, was in the choir participating, and said he never had a relationship with God. And if you don't have that relationship with God, it don't matter what you're doing. So that's my thing. Once you have a relationship with God, then you start doing the other things. So anyway, I'm done. All right, now my point's made. Lady T, just you agree with me, right? You agree with me, Lady T. No, she don't agree with you.
No, she don't agree. Don't try to get her to agree.
Right, Lady T, you agree with me, don't you?
Zip your lip. Zip. No.
You two are funny.
But hey, man, listen. At the end of the day, that's key though. But we gonna close up out of here. But what I will say is this: in the last 2 weeks, what I did was I did have a conversation with my sister, right? And you have to be intentional with that relationship with Christ. Intentional. Because what happens is you can say, like you said, Ronnie, going to church, singing in the choir, playing the instruments. But if you don't be intentional in having that relationship with Him, that don't mean nothing. That doesn't mean anything. And so same thing with family members. If you don't have a desire to have a relationship with them, and one does, how do you make that relationship grow? How do you make it grow? You have to be intentional. But not only intentional, you have to be active in that relationship. How do we be active in a relationship with God? Not prayer, worship. Like you said, Ronnie, being around like-minded people. So what is it that you would say to someone, Rodney, that will make them say, I want a relationship with God?
I think we've answered this like every week, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like every other week.
Let's see what you're going to say this time, Rodney.
I'm going to say the same thing. Yeah, I'm going to tell them my testimony. I'm going to tell them what God has done for me. If they don't want a relationship with God, I'm not going to force it down. I'm not going to take the Bible and roll it up and make them shove it down their throat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have because that's the first step. It don't matter how much I preach to you. If you don't want to have that relationship with God, then it don't matter what I say. You know what I'm saying? Until you make that decision. That is a choice that you have to make. I don't believe that anybody who wants, it's just like, why am I going to sit here and preach to Malik Bey? Malik Bey does not want to have a relationship with God. So therefore, I'm not going to sit here and preach to him. You know what I'm saying? I'll have a conversation with him. I'll tell him about what I do, this, that, and the other, but I'm not going to, he's too busy trying to convince me that he's right. And I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried about who's, I know where I'm going to go. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, to me, it's the same thing. Like, if I have a person who wants to have a relationship with God, then I'm going to help them. But if you don't want to have a relationship with God, I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you that you should. I mean, unless you ask me or you tell me, Malik likes to ask me questions. Why do I do this? And I tell him why. But I don't expect, the best thing I can do is continue doing what I'm doing, and Malik will see it, and then eventually he'll realize that, hold on, maybe I do want a relationship with this God, with your God, that person. So, and maybe he won't, but there's no word that's going to make somebody, like, I can't walk out and say the same phrase and everybody becomes a Christian. You know what I'm saying? Is just living my life, answering the questions. But until somebody decides and wants to have a relationship with God, that's the first step. You have to decide that you want to have that relationship. And, I can guide you, but it's still up to you. God's going to know your heart.
Well, I think you should ask Malik questions too, because it's always good to ask questions. Like, just ask really intriguing questions. You'll get better with it. But he asks questions, you ask questions. Because when you ask questions, and sometimes you can ask really good questions that make you think, and that might help because it can be a door opening. Like, that's how God opens doors. When you ask, and you shall receive. Asking is very important. So Malik is asking you questions. Give him the same thing. Ask him questions. That's my advice.
Oh, no doubt.
I'm not going to ask him why he believes the earth is flat. I'm going to tell him I don't care if it is or if it ain't. That's what I'm going to tell him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you're an idiot because you believe the world's round. I was like, I don't care if it's round or flat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why we even having that discussion. Because I don't care.
Talking to Malik?
Huh?
Do you not like talking to him?
I love talking to Malik. I like smoke. I don't care.
Okay,
but I mean, the things that, he want to talk about, I'm not interested in. I'm not going to argue with you about our slave past. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried about that.
Why does it matter? Tell me why does this matter to you? Like, make him say something that makes it come out, why he says what he says and feels what he feels.
It's all right.
No,
I love Malik. We'll keep our relationship going.
I know.
Hey,
he loves it. Oh, he loves to belittle me. But he actually makes some good points, unlike Chef that makes none.
You had to get a response. I know.
I ain't gonna say nothing. See, I know how to do that. Okay, yeah. All righty then. But listen, tomorrow is hump day. It's our Friday. Guys, we see you tomorrow. Be blessed. Hope you were encouraged. Peace.